Welcome back, everybody. Day 2 of our series, 30 Days to a Better Backswing. I've got Jonathan again here with me. Jonathan's going to dive a little deeper into the movement of the T-spine. This is an area which us coaches and certainly players don't think too much about and don't realize the importance of. By mobilizing this area and understanding the movement in this area of their body, it really can unlock maybe a few issues you're having as a coach with players, or certainly a few issues you're having as a player in your own game and your own swing. So let's take a look at what Jonathan's got to say. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to again try to explain and give you some insights into how this is connected to the swing and maybe how this is connected to your own swing, what tendencies this might be connected to. So let's see what he's got to say.
All right, so here we go. This next one, all right, is thinking about our backswing. Start in your golf posture. Imagine like you're holding on to a club. Take your hands on up to your backswing. Don't go all the way to your full turn, okay? Maybe go a little bit more like 3/4, okay? And then from there, go ahead and take your eyes and go ahead and kind of release your head so you're not stuck staring like there's a golf ball still. That'll be a little bit more relaxing on your neck. And then take your hands apart, okay? And from here, this position, go ahead and drive your hands straight up. So kind of try to drive them straight up and down. And what you'll see is that's creating this kind of extension in my T-spine, which is really important because as we start to kind of get hunched over and we turn, we start to get off the golf ball and it gets really hard to get back on it and compress it and hit it nice. So if you're, having a hard time making that good descending blow and you're stuck over here, this exercise is for you. So you're there, you release your eyes, your head, drive those arms straight up. Okay. Then from there, turn your hands away from you and drive straight sideways. Okay, so you're going side to side. Really keep those arms and hands stretched out away from you. A nice wide arc. It's a nice slow motion, nice and smooth. Okay, and then try to rotate a little bit further. Okay, it's kind of breaking it up as far as what happens up here in this upper part of our spine, what happens all simultaneously, these 3 motions, but we're kind of breaking it down and we're going each plane at a time, okay? So going forward and backwards, side to side and rotating. You're gonna love it. It's just, again, follow the strategy of don't take up all the motion first. You can even go to where your arms lead arms parallel to the ground right there, okay? You're in that 9 o'clock position. And then work from there. And then as you feel try to take up a little bit more motion the next time, make a bigger turn and then go through the same sequence again, okay? That's how you kind of improve your mobility and flexibility in this exercise. So,
as always, some great information from Jonathan. You're starting to see a very common theme. Each exercise is done on 3 different planes. Let me help you connect that to the golf swing and perhaps connect it to some of the tendencies you're seeing in your own swing. The first motion he was asking you to make with your arms moving up and down was to try to improve this chest extension, a very misunderstood component of the swing and component of the way the torso will work in the swing. Many people think your chest shouldn't extend, but if I was to, like I'm at setup, I've got my chest pointing to the ground. If I was to keep it pointing to the ground, as I rotate to the right, my swing would look something like this. As Jonathan made mention to, I would get my upper body too far off the ball, and perhaps when I'm rounded and hunched in my T-spine, it'll limit my rotation. I'll then have to compensate by maybe raising myself out of my posture or my arms breaking down. We'll see different players compensating in different ways. That chest extension is also related to distance. It is a very common movement we see from the longer hitters, where they'll have a little more extension out of their chest. That will add a little bit more stretch in their body up the right hand side of their torso, giving them that little bit more load, able to explode into impact. The second movement Jonathan was looking at was, let's call this side bend, trying to get the T-spine mobilized in this motion to the left and to the right. Now, in the backswing, we need that ability to have the mobility in our T-spine then to be able to keep our posture. It's that which allows us to maintain our posture and keep our shoulders on plane. So if you're somebody who's seeing your body coming out of its posture, left shoulder getting high, that This movement could be the one that you need to mobilize or learn the feeling for. Downswing, we need the other side of that, the side bend to the right. I know we're focusing on backswing, but by mobilizing the movement, the side bend of the torso, of the T-spine to the right, that can help us get into the right impact position later on in the swing. Lastly, it's a little bit more obvious. It was the rotational component of the T-spine. That's the one that allows us to complete our rotation. And like we talked about yesterday, that can have many side effects, positive side effects to your swing. So there you go, there's day 2. Hopefully that helps you understand why we're making these movements, why it's important to mobilize your T-spine in these 3 different planes of motion. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.